supposed to be about when you try it in front of a jury. And what it's going to take for you to get those indispensable components to be able to bring to that jury. That's to think about that. That's why I said, in a word, you take deposition to develop evidence that advances what? Carefully refined. Theories of liability and damages. What do you want to prove on liability? You got to think about that, because first start for you executing the strategy at deposition. What do I have to prove to win this case? Money for our deserving clients. You got to think about the whole issue of how you're going to your depositions. Most lawyers that I know, they're so happy just to be able to prove their case. They don't even ask a single question in depositions about damages. And I want to show you a clip in just a minute, right, where I've got a defendant doctor making my damages case through every answer. Every time he says yes and correct, you go cha-ching. When you listen, every time he answers a question, you go cha-ching. Why? Because I'm getting their witness to establish my damages case. Who better to establish your damages case than through the hostile witness's mouth? If you do medical negligence work, you go look at that medical record, you've got spades of evidence to get right out of the defendant doctor's mouth that makes your damages case better than any fact witness or lay witness or expert witness that you hire ever could or would. But you've got to include that in your plan. And if that's not in your plan, you won't have that evidence when you get to trial. All right. In a nutshell, you take depositions to put the fear of God into your opponent and persuade them that this case cannot be defended in light of the record evidence you've developed by mastering the art of deposition. I want, at the end of the deposition, the guy on the other side of the room to be so demoralized that he knows I better go find somebody else to try a case with because I can't win this one. Your goal isn't look, evidence is just the start. I want his heart. I want him to quit. I want him to know this is going to be a very painful exercise for you if we have to go try this case. I want him out. So I'm not just going for evidence. I'm not just going to ask questions about my theory of liability and my damages. All that's good. I want his heart. I want his will. Litigation is a battle of wills. Look, it's survival of the fittest. You gotta know what you're after in these depositions. And that's a part of it. I want his will. And I'm gonna show you how I get it in just a moment. So how do we take these kinds of game-changing depositions?
Shout out to Morgan and Morgan.
Try this case. I want him out. So I'm not just going for evidence. I'm not just going to ask questions about my theory of liability and my damages. All that's good. I want his heart. I want his will. Litigation is a battle of wills. Look, it's survival of the fittest. You gotta know what you're after in these depositions. And that's a part of it. I want his will. And I'm gonna show you how I get it in just a moment. So how do we take these kinds of game-changing depositions? How do you do that? In a word, preparation. In a word, preparation. You gotta take time to prepare. I told you, if it's a major deposition in my case, I'm preparing for that deposition for months. It is an arduous exercise. It is time-consuming. It is labor-intensive. It is exhausting. It is meticulous. But it's the whole case. Why not do it now? In a sentence, you take game-changing depositions by spending as much time as necessary defining case-specific goals and drafting a deposition outline that develops evidence Here's the outline of a deposition I recently took in a multi-million-dollar case where they quit. It's 22 pages long. Every question is typed out. It is meticulous.